I'd like to quote my next guest. Quote, "I know more about college football than anyone in America." Unquote. That from 15-year-old Lane Frank, who joins me now from the set of his famous and ever-growing podcast that he started when he was 12 years old. Hi, Lane.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. Schoolyard Sports, Lane Frank, that was a great intro right there. Been doing it since I was 12.
Well, look at that hair. So you've got to do something on air. Sports
Hopefully.
is your passion, is that right?
Definitely so. I guess the main goal is to be hosting a show on ESPN, hosting a show on Fox Sports, NBC, any major sports network would be awesome.
So this is just not a hobby. This is the future.
Maybe it started out as a hobby, but when I started getting the set, it became serious, and I really just wanted to take this forward with my life. It's so much fun, and it's like, if I can come to work every day and do what I love, that's awesome.
Okay, so this is your home, and it's set up in the home theater. So
Yeah.
the parents kind of gave the home theater over to you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pursue your career. Take us back to when you were 12 years old. It was the middle of the pandemic.
Exactly.
You were, like most American kids, bored out of your... Tell us about it.
So it was right around before the pandemic when I kind of thought about starting sports. I always kind of wanted to do something with sports, but I was never really good at writing articles. So I thought it'd be good to do a podcast. Never really did it. Then COVID comes around one day in July. I just woke up, decided to film it.
Welcome to Schoolyard Sports with Lane Frank. I'm the host of this podcast, Lane Frank, and I love sports.
Wasn't anything high-tech like this at all. Kept on doing it, stayed through it. So I think I definitely stuck through my COVID hobby, quarantine hobby, as you can see.
Okay, so you put a little money into the actual equipment.
Exactly.
Now tell us about your studio here. You got the pro microphone, of course.
Yep.
You've got 3 cameras.
Yeah, I got a side angle, a main angle, and then a GoPro angle, so I'll just switch throughout the episode. And then we obviously have these amazing lights, the amazing backdrop, and then the awesome table to go with it.
Yep, you've got the professional Schoolyard Sports logo with Lane Frank.
Yeah,
That's only going to get bigger.
Of course. I'd like to think that this is one of the best sets, studios for any show.
I love it too. Okay, so who edits this and where does it go? Where do you put all these shows? And how many episodes have you done now?
I've done 111 episodes, so about 111 weeks. I've only done once a week, so yeah, 111 weeks.
Do you still do your homework?
Yeah, of course I still do my homework, but
Okay.
it's only filmed on Tuesdays, and then I release every Thursday. It's produced by DB Podcast, the best podcast producing company I'd say in the world. They do a lot of professional people, famous people's podcasts, athletes, movie stars.
All right, Schoolyard Sports fans and soccer fans, we got the World Cup final today. Argentina versus France. Who wins? Here's my prediction.
It releases every week on all podcast platforms for the audio, and then for the video, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Okay, so you've had no shortage of absolutely incredible guests for a teenager. How did you get Aaron Jones to come on your show?
Kind of just a El Paso connection, maybe my brothers knowing him, and then obviously some other connections, but that was definitely a great one. And then I even had him on when I hosted the ESPN 600 radio show last week.
Okay, so college football is your thing, but you do all sports.
I do all sports, so in college football season, I'll focus on that, but I'll still talk about every other sport. And then right now, kind of transitioning out of college football and other sports.
Okay, so what would you say your best show is? What is the one where you're most proud of, and who was the guest and what was the topic?
I'd say my best one would probably be the first time I had Aaron Jones on. It was about summer of 2021. You know, we just came off a hiatus for a little bit. It was right around NBA draft time. That was a really great episode having Aaron Jones on.
You're a great receiving back. You're a great blocking back. What's your favorite part about your game?
I think anytime I touch the ball, I have the chance to take it to the house.
So he sat right here?
He didn't sit there. He was that one was virtual. He was in Green Bay.
Oh, so now you've got live uplinks for your podcast.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter where your guests are, you'll go to them.
Yeah, I've only had one in-person interview, and that was Lil Yachty on the Super Bowl last year, so we were talking about the Super Bowl game. He was in the studio, so he was sitting right in your chair right there.
Do you ever do a Super Bowl halftime show?
Would I do it? That sounds like a lot of pressure.
Sure.
Lil Yachty sat right here.
Yeah.
Okay, the world famous rapper.
Exactly.
Okay, who's next? Paris Hilton and Madonna?
We had some great other guests. I did the Pump event dinner once, so on the red carpet interviewing some great people that we put down the podcast. We also had Garrett Stubbs, MLB catcher in there. So yeah, we've had a lot of great virtual and in-person interviews.
Lane, you need to follow this guy. Here is his social media information. This guy is going places. Lane, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on.